The disappearance of Patricia, Patty, Endres remains one of Georgia's most baffling and heartbreaking mysteries. A young mother of 3, Patricia vanished in 1996 under circumstances that have continued to raise questions for decades. Despite searches, investigations, and even national media attention, her case remains unsolved, haunting her family and fueling speculation about what really happened to her. Patricia Endres, often called Patty by family and friends, lived in Dawson County, Georgia, with her 3 children. She was described as a loving mother, someone who worked hard to provide for her family despite challenges in her personal life. At the time of her disappearance, Patricia was separated from her husband, and like many single parents, she was juggling work, childcare, and the complexities of a difficult relationship. Her children recall her as devoted and nurturing, the type of mother who made sure her kids felt loved even when times were tough. Friends noted her warm, approachable personality and her resilience in the face of life's struggles. On June 18, 1996, Patricia dropped her children off at a day camp. Afterward, she was expected to pick them up later that day, but she never arrived. Patricia wasn't the type to abandon her responsibilities, especially her children, and it became evident within hours that something was terribly wrong. Investigators later discovered her car parked outside the local salon where she worked part-time. Inside the car were her personal belongings, including her purse, an immediate red flag. Witnesses confirmed that Patricia had not shown up for work that morning, suggesting she had disappeared sometime between dropping her children off and her expected shift. Authorities initially focused on Patricia's estranged husband, given the history of conflict in their relationship. However, while suspicions swirled, no concrete evidence linked him to her disappearance. Over the years, investigators explored several possible theories. 1. Domestic violence connection. Patricia's separation from her husband was reportedly tumultuous. Friends suggested she may have feared for her safety at times. Police questioned him extensively but ultimately lacked enough evidence to bring charges. 2. Stranger abduction. Given that Patricia was last seen in public, some theorized that she may have been abducted by someone she didn't know. Yet again, there were no witnesses or leads that strongly supported this scenario. 3. Voluntary disappearance. Early in the case, some speculated that Patricia may have chosen to leave her life behind. However, those who knew her best dismissed the idea, pointing to her devotion to her children and the fact that she left behind essentials like her purse and car. Despite efforts from local law enforcement, the Dawson County Sheriff's Office, and even the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, GBI, the trail quickly went cold. Searches of the area, including wooded terrain and waterways, turned up nothing. One of the most haunting aspects of Patricia's case is how little evidence was ever found. No physical remains, no confirmed sightings, no major forensic breakthroughs, only questions. Her disappearance has been compared to other unsolved missing persons cases from the 1990s that left investigators with almost nothing to go on. For Patricia's children, the loss has been devastating. Over time, various theories have emerged in online forums and discussions among true crime enthusiasts. Some believe Patricia's estranged husband may have played a role, citing patterns in domestic violence cases where estranged partners are often suspects. Others speculate she may have been targeted by a stranger, perhaps someone who followed her routine. A more sinister theory suggests she could have been the victim of a serial offender operating in Georgia at the time, though no clear connection has been established. Despite the speculation, investigators have never released enough evidence to support any single theory, leaving Patricia's fate shrouded in mystery. Patricia, Patty Endres was more than a missing person. She was a mother, a friend, and a woman whose life was cut short by an unsolved mystery. Somewhere, someone knows what happened to Patricia that June morning in 1996.